Hey, if you're a dog owner here in Ruckersville, you already know that having a great canine companion makes life, well, even better. This guide is all about helping you find the absolute best professional trainer for your dog so you can make that happen. Let's get right to it.
You know, life with a dog around Ruckersville is really something special, isn't it? Just imagine enjoying those incredible Blue Ridge mountain views on your walks, strolling through quiet neighborhoods, and having a companion who is just calm and reliable through it all. That's really the dream.
Okay, here's our plan. First, we'll talk about what training really means for your Ruckersville lifestyle. Then, we'll cover the different training methods and what you can expect to pay. After that, we'll get into trainer credentials and the key questions you need to ask. We'll help you pick the right program. And then we'll wrap up with some important local rules and resources. It's a clear path to making a great choice.
First up, your Ruckersville dog. This is all about training for your local lifestyle. Because let's be real, training is so much more than just sit and stay. It's about getting your dog ready for the real world, right here in Greene County.
And this is exactly what I mean by practical. Think about it. Polite greetings when you're at a local farm stand or walking calmly on a county road without pulling your arm off. It's teaching your dog to ignore distractions like deer or those horse pastures we see everywhere, and having really good manners for a visit to Shenandoah National Park. The right trainer gets this local context.
So, keeping those local goals in mind, let's move on to training methods and costs. This is really going to give you the foundation you need to properly evaluate any trainer you speak with.
So the method you really want to look for, the modern gold standard, is positive reinforcement. As you can see, it's all about using rewards, like treats, praise, or toys, to encourage the behaviors you want to see more of. This approach builds a real, trusting relationship with your dog and avoids using fear or intimidation, which, honestly, can often make behavior problems even worse.
And of course, we have to talk about budget, right? It's a huge factor. This table gives you a pretty good snapshot of average dog training costs here in the Ruckersville area. You can see group classes are usually the most affordable way to go, while a board and train program is a much bigger investment. These are just regional averages, so prices will vary, but this gives you a realistic starting point.
Okay, so you know what philosophy to look for, and you've got a budget in mind. Now for Section 3, Credentials and Key Questions. This is your guide on how to vet a professional and make sure they really have the expertise you need. Now, this is something you really need to know. The dog training industry in Virginia isn't regulated. That means pretty much anyone can call themselves a trainer. That's why certifications like these are so valuable. Credentials like CPDTK or KPA-CTP show that a trainer has passed tough exams on learning theory and humane methods. And for more serious issues like big-time fear or aggression, advanced certifications like IABC or CBCC show they have specialized expertise. It's proof they're serious about their profession.
I want you to think of this slide as your personal consultation checklist. These are the absolute must-ask questions for any trainer you're considering. You want to understand their philosophy, their credentials, and exactly how they plan to customize a plan for your dog. Asking how they measure progress and what homework you'll have is also huge because you're a team. Getting clear answers here will help you find the right person for the job.
All right, let's move on to Section 4, Choosing Your Program. So you know how to find a qualified pro. Now let's figure out which type of training program is the best fit for your dog and for your goals.
So let's break down the two most popular options: group classes versus private lessons. Group classes, they're fantastic for socialization and learning to work around distractions. And they're more affordable, perfect for puppies and basic obedience. Private lessons, on the other hand, are totally focused on you. You get a custom plan to fix specific issues right in your home, like your dog bolting out the door or jumping on guests. That makes them ideal for things like fear or reactivity.
And hey, if your schedule is just packed, there are some more intensive options. Programs like Board and Train, where your dog actually stays with the trainer for a few weeks, or day training can really speed up the learning process and provide a ton of consistency.
Okay, for our last section, let's bring it all back home. We're going to cover local rules and resources. This is all about putting that training to work right here in our community.
Now, this is a really important local detail you should know. Greene County doesn't have a universal leash law, but there's a catch. Dogs are not allowed to run at large. What that means is if your dog is off your property, it absolutely has to be on a leash or under your immediate voice control. So teaching a rock-solid recall isn't just good manners here. It's a legal necessity.
And here's a simple but absolutely critical piece of info. Virginia state law is super clear on this. All dogs, once they're 4 months of age or older, have to be vaccinated for rabies. It's a non-negotiable part of being a responsible dog owner.
So once you start building those skills with your trainer, you're going to need great places to go practice, right? Well, here are some fantastic local spots. The Greene County Dog Park and Swift Run are perfect for safe off-leash work. And for practicing on-leash skills with real-world distractions, you just can't beat the trails in Shenandoah National Park or at Chris Green Lake Park. These are amazing resources for us.
So, as we wrap this up, I want to leave you with this question. What does your ideal day with your well-behaved dog look like, right here in Ruckersville? Maybe it's a peaceful walk where nobody's pulling, a relaxing visit to a friend's house, or just knowing you have a calm, confident buddy by your side. Choosing the right trainer is the very first step on that path. We wish you the very best in your journey together.